Experience the breakthrough waiting on the other side of your struggle. I remember the moment as if it were yesterday, standing alone under a starlit sky, my heart pounding with anticipation and a mix of trepidation and hope. In that quiet, solitary moment, I felt the unmistakable presence of something divine, something that transcended the ordinary and beckoned me to step beyond my struggles into a realm of breakthrough and possibility. We have all encountered times in life when our faith is tested and our path is shrouded in darkness. And it is precisely in these moments that the timeless wisdom of the Bible and the teachings of the Lord become our guiding light. I invite you to join me on this incredible journey where I will share with you not only the story of my personal encounter with the divine but also the profound lessons that have been passed down through generations of faithful souls. As I embarked on this journey, I recalled the scriptures that have long been my sanctuary during times of despair. The Bible tells us that weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning, Psalm chapter 30 verse 5. With these words echoing in my mind, I set out to explore the very essence of what it means to struggle and yet find breakthrough on the other side. In our lives, challenges appear as mountains that seem impossible to climb, yet each step, no matter how arduous, brings us closer to that miraculous summit where we can see clearly the beauty of the divine plan. Have you ever wondered why, in the midst of our deepest struggles, we sometimes catch glimpses of hope so bright that it feels like a miracle? I believe that each of us is given these moments not by chance, but by the loving hand of our Creator, who knows our every need and desires nothing more than to see us rise beyond our pain. I invite you to reflect on the times when you felt completely overwhelmed by your circumstances, when the weight of your trials seemed unbearable. It is in these moments that the teachings of the Lord remind us to trust in His plan and to understand that our struggles are often the very crucible in which our character is forged. As we journey together, I want you to imagine standing at the edge of a vast desert, the scorching heat of the day giving way to a cool, refreshing breeze as night falls. This contrast is symbolic of our own journey from the heat of our challenges into the cool, calm refuge of faith and understanding. We are all travelers on this road, sometimes stumbling and at times soaring on the wings of hope, and it is in our shared experience that we find the courage to keep moving forward. I vividly recall the early moments of my spiritual quest when I felt as though the entire universe was conspiring to show me the way. It was during a particularly dark time that I encountered a group of individuals who, despite their own struggles, radiated an inner light that could only come from a deep and abiding faith in the Bible. They shared their stories with me, stories of miraculous encounters, of hardships turned into triumphs, and of a divine breakthrough that changed their lives forever. Their words resonated with a truth that I had always sensed deep within my soul, a truth that whispered that every trial is simply the precursor to an even greater blessing. And so, with their encouragement echoing in my heart, I set out to document this journey so that you, too, could see that there is always a breakthrough waiting on the other side of your struggle. In our pursuit of understanding, we must often ask ourselves, what is the purpose of our suffering? Is it merely to test our endurance, or is it a call to rise above the mundane and embrace a higher calling? The Bible is replete with accounts of individuals who, when faced with seemingly insurmountable obstacles, turned their pain into a source of strength and wisdom. Moses, for example, led his people out of bondage, not because he never experienced doubt, but because he trusted in the promise of deliverance. Similarly, when I look back at my own struggles, I see them as necessary stepping stones on the path to spiritual awakening. I believe that when we lean into our challenges with faith and courage, we not only overcome them but also uncover the transformative power that lies dormant within us. And you, dear friend, are no exception. Your struggles are not signs of weakness but invitations to experience the breakthrough that awaits beyond the horizon. I want to share with you an extraordinary moment that changed everything. Picture this: a crisp autumn morning, the sky painted with hues of gold and crimson, and there I was, standing at the crossroads of despair and hope. In that very moment, a gentle yet insistent whisper touched my ear, a voice that was both tender and commanding, urging me to step forward despite my fears. I felt as though the very air around me shimmered with divine energy. And in that instant, I understood that my struggle was not a punishment, but rather a profound lesson in disguise. This was my breakthrough, a turning point that allowed me to see the world in a new light, a light illuminated by the sacred teachings of the Bible and the unwavering promise of the Lord's love. Have you ever experienced a moment like this, where everything seemed to align perfectly, as though the universe itself was saying, "Now is the time to rise"? It is these moments that remind us that even in our darkest hours, there is always hope, always a promise of renewal. As we continue to explore this incredible journey, I want to delve deeper into the practical wisdom that the Bible offers us. Every verse, every parable, and every story is imbued with lessons that speak to our modern struggles, offering guidance on how to navigate the complexities of life. The teachings of the Lord are not confined to ancient texts. They are alive and relevant, reaching out to us in our daily lives. I encourage you to take a moment to visit trusted resources like https://www.biblegateway.com to explore these timeless messages further. We see time and again that when we open our hearts to these teachings, our struggles become less daunting and our path clearer. It is as if the words leap off the pages and wrap us in a comforting embrace, assuring us that we are not alone in our journey. I know that for many of us, the world can sometimes seem like an unending series of challenges, but I want you to remember that every struggle is a prelude to a breakthrough that transforms not only our circumstances but our very souls. Now, let us reflect on the emotional landscape of our journey. In the first moments, we may feel overwhelmed by fear and uncertainty. There are times when the weight of our burdens seems too heavy to bear, and the road ahead appears shrouded in darkness. Yet, it is in these moments of vulnerability that the teachings of the Lord call us to embrace faith with open arms. I challenge you to ask yourself, what if every hardship you encounter is simply a stepping stone toward something greater? As I share my own experiences, I realize that every tear shed, every sleepless night, was preparing me for the moment of divine encounter. The moment when I finally understood that my struggle was not the end, but merely the beginning of an extraordinary transformation. We are all on this journey together, and in our shared vulnerabilities, we find the strength to rise. When we dare to look beyond our immediate pain and trust in the promise of the Bible, we discover that our struggles are temporary, and that an enduring breakthrough is always within reach. In the midst of our journey, there came a time when I was overwhelmed by a sense of despair so profound that I questioned whether I could ever escape the clutches of my own sorrow. I found myself sitting quietly by a small stream, its gentle murmurs echoing the comforting voice of the Lord. It was here, in the stillness of nature, that I began to see the patterns in my pain. I recalled the words of Isaiah chapter 40 verse 31. "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." In that moment, the struggle took on a new meaning. It was not a chain to hold me back, but rather a challenge that, when embraced, would lead to a liberation of the spirit. I turned to the scriptures and meditated on their messages, and slowly, I felt a transformation stirring within me. The breakthrough I had been seeking was not a sudden burst of fortune, but a gradual unfolding of grace that began with the simple act of surrendering to the divine will. And you, my dear friend, are invited to experience this same renewal. Have you ever sat by the water's edge and allowed the gentle flow of nature to remind you of the constant presence of divine love? Our journey, as it unfolds, is marked by moments of both quiet reflection and explosive revelation. I have witnessed firsthand how the teachings of the Lord can turn the tides of despair into waves of hope and courage. It is in those critical moments, when the pressure of our struggles reaches its peak, that we find the strength to keep moving forward. I remember a time when I was at the very brink of giving up, overwhelmed by the relentless challenges of life. Yet, amidst the chaos, I encountered a group of believers who embodied the very essence of biblical courage and resilience. They shared with me the profound truth that every trial is a divine test of faith, a necessary crucible that refines our spirit. Their stories of miraculous recoveries and divine interventions filled me with an indescribable joy and a renewed determination to press on. It was as if every hardship I had endured was paving the way for an imminent breakthrough. A breakthrough that was not only visible in the unfolding of my life's events but also in the deep, internal transformation of my heart. I want you to know that no matter how insurmountable your struggles may seem, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel, and that light is the promise of the Bible and the everlasting love of the Lord. There is a certain magic in the way our lives align when we choose to trust in something greater than ourselves. I have seen miracles unfold in the most unexpected places. A lost traveler finding his way home, a broken heart mended by the tender care of a friend, a life transformed by a single act of faith. The Bible is filled with such miracles, and the teachings of the Lord continue to inspire us to look for the divine spark in every moment. I urge you to open your eyes and your heart to the wonders that surround you. Imagine, for a moment, that every setback you experience is merely a setup for an even greater comeback. What if the struggles that seem so overwhelming today are actually the very experiences that are preparing you for a life of abundance and spiritual fulfillment? We have all been there, at the lowest of lows, yet it is precisely from these depths that we rise, empowered by the promise that there is always a breakthrough waiting on the other side of our struggle. Throughout my journey, I have come to understand that true transformation is not achieved overnight. It is a gradual process, a series of small steps that eventually lead us to a profound and lasting change. The Bible teaches us that faith, like a seed, must be nurtured over time, watered with prayers, and exposed to the light of truth in order to flourish. I encourage you to be patient with yourself as you navigate your own path. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when the struggle seems too overwhelming to bear. But remember, even in the darkest night, the stars shine their brightest. Have you ever considered that the very obstacles you face are not meant to break you, but to build you into the resilient, compassionate soul that you are destined to become? Each challenge is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to discover the depths of your own strength. When we embrace our struggles with open hearts and unwavering faith, we unlock a power within us that is capable of achieving miracles. I want to share with you a particularly unforgettable experience, a moment when I found myself in an ancient, sacred place that seemed untouched by time. The air was thick with the scent of incense and the echoes of centuries of prayers, and I felt as if I had stepped into the very heart of the Bible. In that hallowed space, I met a wise scholar whose eyes sparkled with the knowledge of ages past. He spoke of the teachings of the Lord with a passion and clarity that left me speechless. He explained that every challenge, every moment of despair, is intricately woven into the fabric of our lives for a reason. His words resonated with me on a profound level, stirring a deep understanding that the breakthrough we seek is not found by avoiding struggle, but by embracing it fully and allowing it to transform us from within. I remember him saying, "In the midst of your struggle, look for the light that shines within your soul, for it is there that you will find the true meaning of your journey." Those words have stayed with me ever since, guiding me through the storms of life and reminding me that even when the world seems dark, there is always hope, always a way forward. And you, too, can experience this divine breakthrough if you open your heart to the transformative power of faith. Every day presents us with a choice: to succumb to the pressures of life or to rise above them with courage and determination. The Bible is replete with examples of individuals who chose the latter. Individuals who, despite facing unimaginable challenges, persevered with a steadfast belief in the divine plan. I think of David, a shepherd boy who faced giants with nothing but his faith and a simple sling. Or Esther, who risked her life to save her people. Their stories remind us that even the smallest among us can achieve greatness when we trust in the teachings of the Lord and allow His light to guide our steps. I encourage you to find inspiration in these biblical accounts and to let them fuel your own journey. Every trial you face is an opportunity to demonstrate your resilience, to prove that you, like David and Esther, are capable of overcoming even the most daunting obstacles. And in that moment of breakthrough, when you look back on your struggles, you will see that they were not stumbling blocks, but stepping stones leading you to a brighter, more meaningful future. As our journey unfolds, I challenge you to consider the possibility that every hardship is a divine invitation to grow. When we face adversity head-on, we open ourselves up to the miraculous workings of the universe. I have seen lives transformed by the simple act of surrendering to God's will. People who once felt lost in the darkness now radiating with the light of newfound purpose. This transformation is not reserved for a select few. It is available to each and every one of us. I believe that when you embrace your struggle with faith, you invite the divine into every aspect of your life. And that is when the true breakthrough occurs. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to wake up every day with an unwavering sense of purpose? Knowing that no matter what challenges come your way, you are supported by an infinite love that will never fail you? This is the promise of the Bible and the teachings of the Lord, a promise that is as real today as it was in ancient times. I often think about the ripple effect of embracing one's struggle. When you choose to face your challenges with courage and faith, you not only transform your own life but also inspire those around you. I have witnessed communities coming together in the face of adversity, united by a common belief that there is always hope on the other side of struggle. It is a powerful reminder that our personal breakthroughs can spark a movement of transformation that touches countless lives. Imagine the impact we can have if we all choose to live by the principles of the Bible and the teachings of the Lord, sharing our stories of struggle and triumph with authenticity and compassion. Each of us has the potential to be a beacon of light in a world that often feels overwhelmed by darkness. And as you embark on your own journey, I encourage you to remember that your breakthrough is not only for you, it is a gift to be shared with the world. In the midst of our trials, we are often confronted with questions that seem to have no easy answers. Why do we suffer? What is the true meaning of our struggle? These are questions that have puzzled scholars and seekers for centuries. Yet, as I delve deeper into the sacred texts and reflect on my own experiences, I have come to understand that the answers lie not in the absence of pain, but in the presence of faith. The Bible teaches us that every trial carries within it the seeds of transformation, that our struggles are designed to refine us, much like gold purified in the fire. I invite you to ponder these questions, to sit quietly with your thoughts, and to allow the wisdom of the teachings of the Lord to guide you toward a deeper understanding of your own journey. What if the very challenges that leave you feeling broken are the ones that will ultimately lead you to a profound breakthrough? What if every tear, every moment of despair, is paving the way for a future filled with hope and divine promise? There is a moment in every life when the clouds of doubt begin to part and reveal the brilliance of a new dawn. For me, that moment came unexpectedly, during a time when I felt utterly alone and overwhelmed by the enormity of my struggles. I had spent countless nights wrestling with my fears and insecurities, feeling as though the weight of the world was pressing down upon me. But then, in the midst of my darkest hour, a sudden clarity washed over me, a clarity that was both humbling and exhilarating. I realized that my journey was not about avoiding pain, but about embracing it fully and allowing it to transform me. The breakthrough I experienced was not a dramatic, instantaneous event, but a gradual awakening to the truth that the teachings of the Lord had always been with me, waiting patiently for me to recognize their power. And in that realization, I found a strength and resilience I never knew I possessed. I want you to know that this breakthrough is not reserved for the chosen few. It is available to anyone willing to take that first courageous step toward faith. As we continue this journey together, I encourage you to seek out moments of quiet reflection amidst the chaos of everyday life. Whether you find solace in prayer, meditation, or simply sitting in silence. These moments are precious opportunities to connect with the divine. I have learned that when I carve out time to reflect on the wisdom of the Bible, I am able to tap into a source of strength that carries me through even the most challenging times. Imagine a life where every struggle is met with a deep sense of calm and an unshakable trust in the teachings of the Lord. A life where you no longer fear the unknown, but embrace it as a part of your divine journey. This is not a distant dream but a reality that is within your reach. If you are willing to open your heart and mind to the miracles that surround you each day, I want to leave you with a powerful challenge. The next time you face a moment of despair, instead of succumbing to your fears, pause and ask yourself, what is this struggle teaching me? Reflect on the lessons hidden within your pain and recognize that each challenge is an invitation to grow stronger and more resilient. When you choose to view your struggles through the lens of faith, you transform them from obstacles into opportunities to deepen your relationship with the Bible, to embrace the teachings of the Lord, and to discover the extraordinary breakthrough that lies just beyond your current pain. We are all on this journey together, and I truly believe that when we support one another with love, compassion, and unwavering faith, nothing is impossible. Throughout this journey, I have come to see that our lives are like intricate tapestries, woven with threads of joy, sorrow, struggle, and triumph. Each thread tells a story of perseverance, transformation, and ultimately, of a breakthrough that defies all odds. The Bible reminds us that our trials are not random occurrences, but part of a divine design that shapes us into the individuals we are meant to become. I urge you to look at your own life and see the beauty in every hardship, the potential for growth in every challenge, and the undeniable promise that on the other side of your struggle lies a breakthrough that will illuminate your path with divine light. In closing, I want to express my deep gratitude for the opportunity to share this journey with you. I know that the path of faith is not always easy, and there will be times when you feel overwhelmed by the weight of your struggles. But remember, every step you take, every moment of doubt and every burst of courage, is a step toward a breakthrough that is more magnificent than you can imagine. I encourage you to hold fast to the wisdom of the Bible and the teachings of the Lord, to trust in the promise that every struggle is paving the way for a brighter future, and to never lose sight of the divine light that shines within you. As we stand together at this crossroads of life, I challenge you to look back at your journey and recognize the strength that has brought you this far. Embrace your struggles as sacred milestones, each one a testament to your resilience and a precursor to the breakthrough waiting on the other side. Our shared journey is a testament to the enduring power of faith, a faith that transforms pain into purpose, darkness into light, and despair into hope. I invite you to continue walking this path with an open heart and a steadfast spirit, knowing that the teachings of the Lord will guide you through every trial and lead you to a destiny filled with unimaginable blessings. Now, as you step forward into the next chapter of your life, ask yourself, how can I use the lessons from my struggles to inspire others? What legacy of faith and courage will I leave behind? These are not just questions for quiet reflection, but a call to action. A call to live a life that embodies the transformative power of the Bible and the teachings of the Lord. Each one of us has the capacity to spark change, to ignite hope in others, and to show the world that even in the face of overwhelming adversity, a breakthrough is always within reach. I challenge you to become a beacon of that hope, to share your story with authenticity and passion, and to remind others that their struggles are the very soil in which the seeds of future miracles are sown. As we draw this journey to a close, I want you to remember that the breakthrough you seek is not a distant dream but a tangible reality waiting to be embraced. The divine whispers of the Bible, the comforting embrace of the teachings of the Lord, and the collective strength of our shared faith all converge to create a powerful force that can transform any struggle into a story of triumph. So, whether you are facing personal trials, grappling with loss, or simply feeling lost in the whirlwind of everyday challenges, know that you are not alone. We are all bound by the same divine promise, A promise that no matter how deep the valley, the breakthrough on the other side is real, vibrant, and life-changing. I leave you with this final thought. Each moment of struggle is an opportunity for growth. Each tear a testament to the strength of your spirit, and each step forward a declaration of your unyielding faith. Embrace your journey, for it is in the crucible of hardship that the most profound breakthroughs are born. Let the timeless wisdom of the Bible and the unwavering guidance of the teachings of the Lord be your compass as you navigate the twists and turns of life. And as you continue on your path, may you always find that the light of faith burns brighter than any shadow of doubt, and that the breakthrough waiting on the other side of your struggle is the beginning of a new, magnificent chapter filled with promise, purpose, and divine love. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey. I hope that my story and the wisdom shared from the Bible and the teachings of the Lord have inspired you to see your struggles in a new light. Remember, every challenge you face is not the end, but a beautiful invitation to rise, to transform, and to experience the breakthrough that will forever change your life. Now, go forth with courage, with faith, and with the knowledge that you are destined for greatness. Let us walk together in the light of His love, knowing that our shared journey is one of endless hope and everlasting miracles.